Good afternoon and welcome live to Coach's Corner NYC. It's time for Downtown United women's soccer in the WPSL. The defending champion Downtown United in a 2-0, 12 goals scored, none allowed. And they put their 20-match unbeaten streak on the line ever since the club's formation 2 years ago against SUSA FC in a 2-1-1, 6 goals scored, 3 allowed. Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome. I'm Ralph Bednarchik. Sorry for the late start here, Field 10 in Randall's Island, as we had our officials getting here just a touch late on Father's Day. And happy Father's Day to all of those dads who are watching today. Well, this is an interesting matchup because Downtown United is playing in the second of a back-to-back. They defeated the New Jersey Wizards yesterday 7-0. SUSA only 13 players, Downtown United with 16 players. But SUSA, if they had their projected roster, this really was going to be set up to be a game where Downtown could be vulnerable to picking up their first ever loss in 2+ seasons. Downtown United in the white on navy, SUSA in the black on black, with both clubs coming out in a 4-3-3, as we'll go through the starters momentarily. For first-year head coach Tara Heatley, under fourth-year coach J.R. Balzerini, who is off on assignment, it's Anthony Hargreaves, who is the acting head coach today for SUSA. He is a longtime youth coach in the SUSA organization, which is based in Central Islip, New York, out on Long Island. The holding mid, Natalie Turner-Wyatt, and she'll steer it to the middle where Kat Jordan holds. Jordan, coming off of an assist yesterday against the New Jersey Wizards, gets the ball out wide, and there's some space for a cross. This one is delivered. Just getting hands on it was the goalie, Caitlin Mahoney, 5'4", fifth-year senior out of St. Anthony. She'll be a fifth-year senior at UConn coming up. So for Downtown, Erin McKinney, she's going into her 6th season of college. She's going to go back to Wisconsin to be the starter there from Belvedere, Illinois. The left back is Ambrosier Mitchell from Brooklyn. Started her career at Queens College. She is the left back. With the center backs, Blakely Buckingham, a junior from Houston, Texas, Division III Williams College. The right back, Fatou Doucouré, who just graduated from St. Peter's after a 5-year career there. And the other center back is the terrific Lawson Rennie. She'll be a senior at Tennessee. The captain, Natalie Turner-Wyatt, she is in the holding mid spot, along with Emily Cook, making her debut this weekend with Dusk. Richard, freshman at Fairfield, played last year at Georgia. Center attacking mid is Kat Jordan. She'll be a senior at Columbia. And then up top, the dangerous Mackenzie Rodriguez. 2 goals yesterday in New Jersey. She'll be a 5th-year senior at Rider coming up. With the center forward, Kendall McBride, a senior at Columbia. And the right forward, the dangerous Kelsey Burr. She will be a 6th-year senior at Division II Southern Connecticut State. She also scored a goal yesterday. At wide, Downtown United able to push ahead, as they're able to get wide with Mackenzie Rodriguez, and her cross is intercepted by Caitlin Mahoney. For SUSA today, in their 4-3-3 with Mahoney, a 2-year starter at UConn in goal. Alyssa Abramson is one center back, sophomore at Syracuse, and Gianna Savella, a sophomore as well at Syracuse, that plays more in the holding mid spot. The right back is Alex Rush of Towson. And the left back is Madison Hinnis, sophomore at Albany. Center mid, Jessica Linsky, sophomore at Fairfield coming up, with sophomore at St. John's, Emily Riggins. Big East All-Rookie team last year. The holding mid is Tiffany Bernat. She's going into her 5th year at Albany. And then up top, Haley Hinnis, twin sisters with Madison. She'll be a sophomore at Albany as well. She's the center forward. With Olivia Perez, wide left, a sophomore at Holy Cross. And wide right, Megan White. She'll be a sophomore at Bucknell. Nice 1-2 touch and played it forward here for SUSA. As they carry ahead, they have just 13 players. This ball is played out wide, and on a poor touch, Megan White, who has now switched from the right to the left. And White, who plays mainly outside back during her time at SUSA, could not get a good touch. Nice 1-2 touch in the middle from a SUSA player that is wearing number 20, so I'll have to check on the jersey number. So always tough in the back-to-back for any sport. In this case for downtown, 13 players are playing in the back-to-back Saturday and Sunday, and it is a hot afternoon here. Fatou Doucouré, and Doucouré under pressure, and downtown turns it over. Rather, that's Ambrosia Michel, wide left, Doucouré, wide right. Blakely Buckingham, and she makes her downtown debut this weekend as McKinney has the clearance. And now out in the middle for downtown, Kat Jordan. Jordan with her parents in attendance here today, making the trip up from Sarasota for the early portion of the summer. We could say late spring as the offside flag is up. And they witnessed Kat Jordan coming up with 2 goals in downtown's first game, and that was on June 2nd. Downtown has had a wacky schedule. This is only their 3rd game, so they're squeezing in basically a whole season into 2.5 weeks because of the air quality situation. Turner Wyatt, Rennie. And Rennie will look to play it long and delivers a pretty good ball for Kelsey Burr. Burr will be held off by Alyssa Abramson. And it'll go back again to SUSA. SUSA FC is Long Island's largest soccer academy. They start them as young as 2 years old. Academy teams that start ages 9 through 18. And they have exploded onto the scene just about, I'd say, the last decade, after starting out originally just as a training academy, just training teams before they started a club organization. Nice hold-up play. Looks like that was Jess Linsky. And Linsky, no, check that, Linsky is wearing 15, and so she is out there. And that's likely Haley Hinnis that is wearing number 20 today. Ball delivered before that cross is intercepted by Gianna Savella. Savella can play anywhere in the midfield, occasionally has dropped to the center back role, so this is not that unusual. And players have to be super flexible in the WPSL games. Here's a cross that Mahoney is able to intercept. Well done, again by Caitlin Mahoney. Doucouré. Settled to Burr. And Kelsey Burr will find Mitchell. Mitchell started opening night 2 weeks ago at center mid. At the left back tonight, here is Fatou Doucouré. Space for Mackenzie Rodriguez. Now the layoff wide. This is a cross intended for the cutter. That was Emily Cook. And good activity from downtown. As we've played 5 minutes, we have no score. Downtown to her first-year coach, Tara Heatley. Played for Eric Teepee over at Fairleigh Dickinson. Won a Northeast Conference championship. As the clearance from Savella. From Long Island Power, Massapequa. Winning a New York State championship. Going undefeated in New York State Class A in 2021. Tiffany Bernot. And Bernot tried to deliver a ball wide. Buckingham also on the indoor and outdoor track and field teams at Williams. But there's a takeaway by Olivia Perez looking for Hinnis, and McKinney will take care of it to the feet of Mitchell. Haley Hinnis scored a goal on Wednesday against the New York Dutch Lions. And congratulations to the Dutch Lions after going winless last year and really being pounded goals for and against. They were able to pick up their first point. That came on Wednesday in a 1-1 tie against SUSA, which certainly raised some eyebrows to the followers of the league. Mitchell, under the pressure of Olivia Perez. Turner Wyatt was all WPSL last summer. First team all division. And as Decore looked to push it, we'll get a toss right at midfield for downtown. SUSA with only one sub available today. And off the bench is Brianna DiTillo. And then they have backup goalie Michaela Willits. That is it. So DiTillo, she will come in. And for Anthony Hargreaves, he is going to continue to cycle people in and out. So DiTillo is in. She'll be a fifth-year senior at Division II Wingate College in North Carolina coming up. She was third team All-Southern Atlantic Conference last year. Buckingham. Played to the feet of Kendall McBride, and McBride is dispossessed. Chance for SUSA to transition, and then taking the shot from distance. Very ambitious attempt from Melissa Abramson. Abramson is the rare left-footed center back. Made one start, 9 games played at Syracuse last fall. But was a big star at Patchogue Medford High School. Ball into some space for McBride. McBride shooting on the move, and it just missed. Kendall McBride had an assist yesterday against the New Jersey Wizards. 14 games played, 2 starts as the backup forward, mainly last year at Columbia for Coach Bartholomew. And a goal and 3 assists in 7 games in 2021. Kendall played for McLean ECNL down in Virginia. She's out of Bishop O'Connell. Mahoney. And that's over the head of her teammate where it's settled by Decore. Burr to drop it back for Rennie. Blakely Buckingham. Turner Wyatt to make the connection. Kat Jordan. Turner Wyatt, a 2019 Williams College graduate, coaching in the Downtown United Club and has been a mainstay here for this club the last 3 years. Decore, nice movement off ball from Mackenzie Rodriguez. Now here serves it across. It's dummied through by Burr. Burr hoping that she had someone for a tap-in, potentially in Mackenzie Rodriguez. And a great build-up there for downtown. And Dusk with possession again between the center backs. Kelsey Burr, going into her 6th year, has done a lot of youth coaching. Coaching is in her future. And certainly you can see her coach's brain working on the field. Mitchell. Ambrosia Mitchell has not played collegiately since 2019 as it's turned over there. And now here's Megan White, sophomore to St. John the Baptist, Holtzville, New York. Hinnis will check it back. And now some room again for White to motor ahead. Megan White will hold it up. Hinnis nicely protects the ball. Perez, nice little back heel. Hinnis, and then the poor first touch after a nice developing play from SUSA. SUSA last year went 4-3-1. They finished 4th in the Metropolitan Division. 25 goals, 12 allowed. As a ball ahead for Burr. And Burr is able to rescue it before White was able to come and help. And here's Jess Linsky. SUSA last year lost to downtown by a 5-2 score, but they are very talented. 2 years ago, in a team led by St. John star Jessica Garziano, among others, they went 8-0 in the Metropolitan Division North. That first year, 2021, Downtown United, then known as the Gotham Reserves, they played in the Metropolitan Division South. with more Jersey and Pennsylvania-based teams. They scored 33 goals that summer of 21. In 8 games, just 3 allowed. Ducore. And Ducore through Datillo. Blakely Buckingham takes the gap and looked wide for Mackenzie Rodriguez. Rodriguez will take it and accelerate, and then eventually turns it over. So White has moved back to left back. She was going to be the projected outside back. She's been playing mostly right back this summer. Last year at Bucknell, though, she started all 20 games at Bucknell at left back, as Bucknell won the Patriot League for the 2nd straight year, as that opportunity by Jordan is pushed wide. So Cat couldn't get much on it. Jordan playing for Tampa Bay United. They were ECNL national runners-up in the summer of 2019. Abramson. Hinnis with the holdup as Mitchell takes command. Ducore was looking for Burr to make the run, right back to Fatou. And certainly you really greatly respect and admire the efforts of a Fatou Ducore, who just graduated St. Peter's, was 3rd team All-MAC in her 5th year, wants to improve so much, was born in Senegal, and just loves the sport, keeps coming out for downtown. Ducore will look for a switch to Buckingham. Downtown has certainly had the better of possession. A couple of dangerous crosses. And SUSA has looked via the counter as Gianna Savella looked to go wide. That's the right back, Alex Rush. Rush started Hauppauge, now plays at Towson. The connection for Hinnis, ball ahead, and McKinney will slide out. Really a nice combination with Alex Rush, number 6 in the black, that continued the run. Rush is going to be a senior at Towson coming up in the fall. And she is a midfielder by trade, but when you have just 13 players here on this Father's Day, that certainly lead to some expected conflicts. You have to be super flexible and versatile. Turner Wyatt will steer it here for Ducore. And Datillo with a breakup. She's from Mastic Beach, out in Suffolk County, out of William Floyd. She's in her 4th year playing for SUSA since the very beginning, since they started the WPSL team in 2019. Turner Wyatt, and that is out of the reach of Mackenzie Rodriguez. No score, Downtown and SUSA. Downtown trying to remain unbeaten as a club in the WPSL. They are 17-0-3. 2-0 this year. 5-0 win on opening night against New York Athletic Club. That came on June 7th. Then they were scheduled to play STA last week on the 9th, but then it was postponed pretty early due to weather quality. So then they had a long time off until finally playing, and then their game against the Dutch Lions also postponed. So they had 2 games off. They will play the Dutch Lions this coming Tuesday. And we'll have the broadcast for you right here on Coach's Corner NYC, Tuesday night, 7 p.m., June 20th. Cook able to be the ball winner. Mitchell will find the feet of Turner Wyatt. And a good connecting pass here is Jordan. Jordan, the left-footed player. Jordan with Rodriguez on her left, and Jordan taking the shot, and she pulled it wide. Kat Jordan with deep Ivy League roots. Grandma, mom, and aunt are all graduates of Harvard. Somehow she ended up at Columbia. Mom was a volleyball player and ran track and field at the Crimson. Dad a pole vaulter at BU. SUSA will make their second sub as Jess Linsky will come off. And the musical chairs will continue as SUSA will move players around. As that ball intended for Hinnis. Burr with a nice initial touch, but then Burnott looked for the connection inside and looked like she was looking for Emily Riggins, who's ranked 16. This is a ball delivered ahead. Here is some room for Kendall McBride, and McBride may have paused just a touch too long. She was hoping the ball would catch up to her. SUSA will make a wide switch, and Ducore will read the next ball. Fatu to the feet of Burr. Turner Wyatt. Space to turn, and cutting further inside and getting the shot off was Rodriguez, and making the save low, Mahoney. Well done there again by Burr, who was credited with 3 assists on opening night against the New York Athletic Club. Turner Wyatt again. And Burr scoring a goal yesterday against the Wizards. We're going to double check if she had 2 goals opening night against the New York Athletic Club. Certain that she scored 1. It was Izzy Glennon on the other. And we'll have to check the film. Erin McKinney at Wisconsin, 85 saves starting all 19 games last fall. 3 times she had 10 or more saves as Wisconsin made it to the Big Ten tournament quarterfinals. And Erin is now kind of located in the South Jersey area. Hopefully the traffic is, and the 95 bridge collapse has not affected her. She's doing soccer goalie training in the area. She had played for Philly Lone Star a few years ago. Rennie. And Rennie shows nice composure. Cook through Buckingham. And with SUSA pressing a little higher, and that's the tricky part for Anthony Hargreaves. You would love to ideally press high, but then you don't want to burn out legs when you only have 1 field substitute. Rennie. Burr, the delivery to Jordan. Ball through for Rodriguez, and well done. Tracking well was Gianna Savella to prevent that from developing. So it's all Caitlin Mahoney. Mahoney, another St. Anthony's High School product that the SUSA roster is littered with. It is Riggins. All Big East, all rookie team at St. John's in the fall. It's her shot, or her cross rather, blocked by Rennie. And she had a runner on the near side. That was Megan White. And we'll get our first downtown substitute. Here is Tessa Weiss coming in for the first time. Tessa plays at Poly Prep, or out of Poly Prep, for Downtown United coach Tara Heatley. So she is making her downtown debut this weekend. She is from Brooklyn. Weiss will be a junior at Vermont coming up in the fall. She won the America East Championship in her freshman year. She's going to replace Kendall McBride. And looks like Tara Heatley's going to move Kelsey Burr up top to center forward. Here's Weiss with her first touch. And Weiss tried to play the ball through before that was held up. Datillo able to ping it and find Savella. Midway through the opening half, no score. Downtown has been able to buzz. SUSA has looked for something off the counter as Riggins And good work there from Emily Riggins. Riggins starring as the Catholic League Player of the Year in 2021 as St. Anthony's went 20-0, winning the New York State Catholic League Championship. Sub on for SUSA as Jess Linsky will return. And Linsky replaces Tiffany Bernot. Another deep tossing coming for SUSA. Talking to J.R. Balzerini this week, certainly it's a lot of credit goes to the Dutch Lions, how well they defended the SUSA team. They got a great game from their goalie, but also SUSA hit multiple posts, missed a couple of sitters inside of 6, and the Dutch Lions got a goal via the counter, and that's how they ended up 1-1. The Dutch Lions with their first ever point in WPSL play. Quality restart for SUSA. McKinney remains in, head ball by White. DeTillo keeps it alive, but then taken back by Weiss. White is able to settle. Now Madison Hinnis plays it across. That ball could have been relayed back across, and Olivia Perez, not much on it. Well, Perez had an opportunity, and Olivia Perez will be a sophomore at Holy Cross. And the Holy Cross coaching staff is hoping to play her at center mid this coming fall or at forward to prepare her for a big role. Last year for the Crusaders, 7 games played, 4 starts for Olivia. And she was part of a super senior class at St. Anthony's with Riggins, among others. Hinnis. And Maddie Hinnis behind her twin sister Haley, but the inadvertent handball will come up. So SUSA will have a quality area restart. And over the ball is 14 Madison Hinnis. They are from Wantagh, New York. They attended MacArthur High School. Maddie is more of an attacking outside back. Did not get into a game last fall at Albany. But they won a national championship together, the Hinnis sisters did, in the summer of 21, winning the Northeast ECNL together with SUSA. Madison Hinnis delivers. Downtown defends it well. Mitchell. And looking to the feet of Kelsey Burr. In game 1, SUSA picked up a nice win over Brooklyn City. They didn't get started until after Memorial Day because they have so many current collegians. Ducore. And we'll get in front of that ball. And their kids came back in mid to late May. They practice twice a week. Most of the program, J.R. Balzerini estimates about 95% of their roster of 30 is here is Weiss accelerating into the box, getting wide, and then Weiss had the play broken up. Good defending by Alyssa Abramson. Megan White looks to spin it forward, and Rennie takes over. And there are a lot of players in the SUSA pipeline. Today is certainly an anomaly on Father's Day with having just 13, including 2 players that have been in the U.S. Women's National Team pool that are not here today. In Danielle Davis, she'll be a freshman at Clemson coming up in the fall. She graduated high school early in January to start training with Clemson. And then also the Long Island Player of the Year a few years ago, Gianna Paul. Good ball ahead for Burr. Out comes Mahoney. Burr's shot, and it just missed. Well, downtown has been able to get good balls forward. Kelsey Burr moving from wide over to center forward the last 10 minutes. And Burr has been smelling a goal. From Wallingford, Connecticut. Last summer, playing in the W League for AC Connecticut in 11 games, 4 goals and an assist, as Tiffany Bernot will come in. replacing Haley Hinnis. Burr was third team All Northeast 10 last year. 5 goals and 3 assists. Rodriguez able to face off McKenzie, then shooting and right into the hands of Mahoney. McKenzie Rodriguez showing how dangerous she is. 20 career goals, 8 assists at Ryder, including 5 and 2 last fall. And she is from Seattle, Washington. Turner Wyatt, and she looked to lay the ball in for Burr. We remain with no score, Downtown and SUSA. White got a nice 1-2 from Perez. White, the return for Perez. And well done by Olivia. And Perez waits for the holdup, but then dispossessed by Emily Cook. It's an important summer for Emily. Last year, she was at the University of Georgia and a big-time career for the North Carolina Courage Academy, but did not play a game for the Bulldogs. So she transferred. She's from Chapel Hill, North Carolina, and she's going to be a redshirt freshman at Fairfield coming up this fall. Was the North Carolina 4A Conference Player of the Year 1 year she played in high school, otherwise just playing club. Burr wide, joined by Weiss. Weiss back to the feet of Rodriguez, who shoots, and that shot partially blocked. Good turn there. Gianna Savella just got a little piece of it. And Caitlin Mahoney today playing her angles well. Mahoney's not big at 5'4". Last year, Connecticut really missed her. She missed a few games due to injury right in the middle of Big East play. She had a .80 goals against, 5 shutouts. And she is going in and the likely third-year starter at UConn. Jordan, Burr, and Rodriguez all with great scoring chances for Downtown in this first half. But SUSA has been able to hang in there. They have not allowed the golden chance. As here's good work done by Jordan to win the ball. And then Datillo will pick up the foul. So Mackenzie Rodriguez taken down. So for Downtown, they can actually switch balls here. We've had one line judge make it over here. There was a scheduling mishap, so our officials got here just a touch late, but we did get started about 3:12 Eastern. Cook will put it on the ground. Turner Wyatt. Rodriguez trying to get to a right foot, taking the shot, and Rodriguez just missed again. Mackenzie Rodriguez played for the Crossfire Premier program at the ECNL level. And then just as the Development Academy level existed, which was said to be one level above ECNL, while she was in high school, she played for the Seattle Reign. Savella blasted ahead looking for Riggins. Toss coming for SUSA. Unfortunately for SUSA, Gianna Paul, who plays at the University of Alabama in the ACC, right before WPSL season started, she contracted mono. So she's been shut down. Perhaps just as a tune-up for her before she goes to Alabama, she will get 1 game in. In early July, she gets healthy, as we'll have our first corner kick, and it belongs to SUSA. And Gianna Paul, an explosive player that can stretch fields. So this will be Madison Hinnis. And Hinnis would have liked to have done better with it. She rushed it a bit. And only pulls it. And deemed certainly unplayable by a long shot. So that those key players, SUSA certainly lamenting not having Davis or Paul. Brooke Herber, who's going to be a sophomore at Binghamton, quality center back. Ducore. Fatou lays it off for Weiss. Weiss past Hinnis. Weiss to the end line, across, and again Mahoney showing fantastic goalkeeping. That's not an easy ball to catch cleanly. Many goalies will parry that away, but Mahoney is able to grab it and not leave a juicy ball sitting there in the six. Downtown missing, terrific right back from Towson, Sydney Cradle, who had 3 assists on opening night. Nikki Chico, center back, will be a senior at Duke. Smith Hunter, who scored 2 goals yesterday, she'll be a senior at Harvard. Flavia Valaca da Faria from Brazil, she is not available today either. But that is the case in the WPSL, where game to game, you never will have the same lineup. You hope maybe you'll have 85% of the same lineup or roster one game to the next. But ultimately, it's about player development and providing an outlet for all these players to move on to their respective college programs. And the ones that have graduated, like Turner Wyatt, like Ducore, to keep playing. Ambrosia Mitchell, who was looking for one more opportunity to play in college. She only played in the freshman year of 2019, and she's been a student at St. Francis Brooklyn ever since. But did not play for their team that existed, which unfortunately has now gone away, as all St. Francis Brooklyn athletics have gone away, with the school closing their athletic department. And sad times around here in the New York area. The Division I women's soccer program was only in its 4th year, and the men's soccer program under Tom Giovanotto was a steady Northeast Conference contender. Turner Wyatt. Mitchell. That ball got through Riggins. Mitchell now to the feet of Rodriguez. Rodriguez shooting. And Mackenzie Rodriguez continues to be aggressive. And she got a great look. Savella. Looked ahead for Riggins. Riggins, the starting left back all year last year at St. John's. It was the first time in her career she was playing outside back for a player that's basically been a center mid her entire life. Good return by White. White deals across, but Rennie was waiting for it. Good interplay there from Jess Linsky to spring Megan White. Burr, well done along the sideline. Rodriguez. Burr, the return to Rodriguez. Then looking back inside for Weiss, Rodriguez kind of lost her footing or her balance. And Rennie in front of Perez. Still no score. Downtown United looking to remain undefeated on this season and unbeaten in their 2+ years as a club, taking on 2 1-1 SUSA. SUSA coming in off of a tie Wednesday night. Ralph Bnorchik on hand. What is a very warm afternoon. Temperatures in the low 80s, much hotter on the field here at Randall's Island, Field 10. Weiss with a layoff for Jordan, and Kat Jordan will twirl back to her strong left foot. Jordan then across Rodriguez. Mackenzie Rodriguez again, and a fine save made. Mahoney again. Caitlin Mahoney is seeing the ball fantastically, even caught leaning, and that, as they say, they talk about goal scorers' goals. That is a goalie's legitimate save. That is bailing out of defense. First corner for downtown comes right now. One apiece in that category as Haley Hinnis checks back in for SUSA. Kat Jordan will provide service. Jordan, good ball, and it comes right into Mahoney. And the target there, the physical Lawson Rennie. Rennie, a 2-year starter at Tennessee in the SEC at center back. She's from Cincinnati, Ohio, up through Ohio Elite Soccer Academy. Good delivery by Jordan. Weiss. Jordan locating Mitchell, but she'll keep the dribble. Downtown United continues to probe, but we remain scoreless. Downtown 5-0 and 7-0 wins in their first 2 games. Ball ahead and offsides is the call. So you wonder for the downtown players, many of which that played yesterday, what will their legs be like in the second half should the game be no score or 1-0 against them? And then for SUSA, what will their legs be like in the second half? They're not playing a back-to-back, but they only have 1 sub in terms of field players, a total of 13 overall. The backup goalie, Michaela Willits, she'll be a 5th-year senior at Division II Francis Marion down in South Carolina. So there's always that thought that perhaps you can put in a field player a backup goalie for a few minutes. J.R. Balzerini to this point has been splitting his goalies. Jordan, she looked for Burr, but there's Mahoney. Weiss will draw it back for Rennie. Hinnis able to take it away well, and room for Megan White. And White around Turner Wyatt. Looks for numbers, has Riggins in her right. Megan White will continue, then try to play in Hinnis. Long run there from Megan White. The usual back 4 of SUSA of Abramson, Brooke Herber, and then the outside backs Megan White, Madison Hinnis. They have played together a long time for a SUSA 04 team. That means date of birth 2004. So there's a lot of built-up chemistry. But today they've had to move them around. Hinnis has, looks like White has moved to a midfield spot. White had started at right forward and moved to left. Weiss onside for Burr. Burr with 1 touch, then plays it across it again. Mahoney is down to scramble. And eventually a clearance from Madison Hinnis. Kelsey Burr hunting for another on this terrific WPSL season for her. Jordan. And Jordan thought she had Rodriguez making a run. Abramson, 2nd team All Long Island in that spring 2021 season in her senior year. Was twice All County at Patchogue Medford High School. Rennie picks out Burr and delivers a nice ball. Burr into the path of Emily Cook. Cook for Rodriguez. Rodriguez ripping it across, and Rodriguez has finished. Well, Mackenzie Rodriguez has been waiting for that goal. She has been buzzing around net this entire half. Emily Cook played her in. Rodriguez this time taking her time and is just able to beat Caitlin Mahoney low and to the far post. 1-0 Downtown United. Mahoney, who had been so good with her angles, got a little piece of that, but not enough. And that goal coming in the 45th minute unofficially. So Mackenzie, having scored 2 goals yesterday, adds another to her great weekend. And she was very active in the opener against New York Athletic Club 2 weeks ago. Here is Riggins. So we are unofficially in stoppage time, first half. Riggins from distance. And it'll be a goal kick as our center referee checks his watch. And that will be all. Indeed, Mackenzie Rodriguez is able to come up with a breakthrough. Downtown United, with a lot of tired legs, playing on the second of a back-to-back. Just 16 total players. They continue to press and press before they cracked SUSA late in the first half. 1-0 Downtown United here at halftime. I'll be back in 10 minutes to bring you the second half. You're watching Coach's Corner NYC coverage of the WPSL. And welcome back live here to Coach's Corner NYC. It's 1-0 Downtown United on a goal in the 45th minute by Mackenzie Rodriguez. Her third goal of this WPSL season and third of this weekend. She scored 2 goals in yesterday's 7-0 shutout at the New Jersey Wizards. Ralph Bednarczyk on hand with you from Randall's Island, Field 10. It was a hot start to this game that started about 3:12 Eastern, a little bit later than expected as we had a mishap with the officials getting here a little bit late. Obviously, Father's Day traffic and Sunday traffic, always a factor. Downtown United in the white on navy, black on black for SUSA FC. And if you weren't with me pregame or at the start of it, it's very simple. SUSA with just 13 players dressed and only 1 field player as a backup. Here's Fatu Ducore. But Coach Anthony Hargreaves will split his goalies. He got a terrific first half from Caitlin Mahoney, and now it's fifth-year senior at Division II Francis Marion in South Carolina, Michaela Willits in goal. She's from Mastic, New York, out in Suffolk County, 5'5". Already the team's 2-time MVP there for that program. And she was motivated to have a better season, to come back for a 5th year in college. There's also a new coach joining her at Francis Marion, so she is going to get tested this second half by Downtown. Mitchell, as she lays that ball in, rather looks like that is, we'll check on any subs that Downtown and head coach Tara Heatley have brought in. And that was Ambrosia Mitchell that has moved from left back to right back here. So just a switch by Tara Heatley, Ducore on the left, with Rennie and Buckingham, the center backs. Turner Wyatt slips in Emily Cook. Mitchell. And the build-up can ensue. Turner Wyatt, ball ahead, and a good knockdown. Fine defending by Alex Rush. And Rush will lay it into some space for SUSA, but it is offside before Olivia Perez could get there. Corners are 1 apiece. Rodriguez deals through Rush, and a good no call by our official, and Rush showing her Division I experience. Alex Rush started Hauppauge High School. She was all-county as a senior in 2019. Started the last 4 games at Towson last fall, so she goes into her true senior year with a lot of momentum. There is Rush, 6 in black. Datillo will bring it down. There's Alyssa Abramson. Both clubs started in 4-3-3 alignment. SUSA, I think, has dropped back a little bit deeper. Perez for Riggins. Riggins able to take it, and Emily Riggins sent it wide. Riggins, in her senior year at St. Anthony's in 2021, 11 goals, 7 assists as a midfielder. 1 assist starting 18 of the 19 games she played last fall at St. John's, and a good St. John's team. At left back, Coach Ian Stone had to get her on the field. And Riggins is projected to play more centrally this coming fall as a sophomore at St. John's. Rodriguez looking to slip in Burr, and they had great eye contact. Burr was able to hold her run to prevent the offside. And up with it is Michaela Willits. Willits started 3 years at Floyd for Coach Kaylee Sedaris from a big Sedaris sports family there in that town. And Willits in her senior year was the Suffolk County Goalie of the Year in Class AA, the big schools. Rush from Riggins with Perez asking for it. Riggins looks for the delivery, and Rush thought she had Perez behind her. SUSA looks for the equalizer. Downtown has gotten a goal from Mackenzie Rodriguez in the 45th minute. Emily Cook was able to play her in, and that's the difference after Downtown had 4 terrific scoring chances before that. Turner Wyatt. Jordan looking for Burr. And a nice ball win there by Turner Wyatt. And you can see the value of Turner Wyatt, who spent most of last year playing outside back for Downtown. And she even joked with me beforehand, playing holding mid was maybe not quite in her DNA, but she has starred in that role too. Game 1 last year, she played at right forward. Still wants to play and has that coach's brain. Has been pursuing her master's in social work, but also studies classical music. So a wide array of things. Probably the kind of resume you'd want a holding mid to have. Cerebral, can see everything in front of them, can anticipate and envision the play like the offensive players. Turner Wyatt for Burr, and then Burr trying to return the ball, looking for Kendall McBride. A good thought there, and another quality buildup for Dusk. Perez got it from Megan White. And now the ball taken away, Riggins shooting, and the save has to be made. Well, Riggins about to poach on a loose ball before Nicole Badoon, the high schooler who had to come in. She attends Brooklyn Tech class of 2024. They won a PSAL A championship last fall, defeating Hunter College Prep. So Aaron McKinney playing the first half. This ball delivered across, and Willits will have it. And Nicole Badoon, who played yesterday against the New Jersey Wizards, is forced to make a point-blank save. Nicole has played for the New York Soccer Club and World Class ECNL. Mitchell, and looked ahead for McBride, and what a great experience and opportunity it is for players like Nicole Badoon and other high schoolers that will dress for WPSL teams to go against the collegians, especially if you're an uncommitted player, to show college coaches, even in a snippet of video, how you might translate to the next level. Badoon, and is able to locate Ducore. And then for Nicole, watching a player like Aaron McKinney going into her 6th year of college in the Big Ten and seeing how McKinney's professional approach is on a day-to-day basis, and that is just invaluable. And the emotional maturity that a young player, a high schooler, has to gain quickly when you get onto this kind of field. So Badoon in there for the second half for Downtown, protecting this 1-0 lead. Jordan. So SUSA's high pressure, and perhaps Riggins is now much higher up the field here, at least for this segment for Anthony Hargreaves. And he's got to make judgment calls too in terms of who's going to have legs for the final 15 minutes as well for his SUSA team. You figure the back 4 are not going to sub out in any soccer game, maybe an outside back. So he's got to find a way for, and then holding mid could probably stay most of the match. So he's got to figure, how can I max out the legs of these 6 other players? Jordan shows great physicality, shoving through Linsky. SUSA has kept Downtown United pinned here. Early second half. The goal in the 45th minute. We've played 10 minutes second half. 56th minute begins. Emily Cook. Kelsey Burr. And Burr along the goal line. Burr then is able to get a pass through, and Rodriguez rushed it. Well, Mackenzie Rodriguez had more room and time than she anticipated, and she tipped it well over the bar. And again, Kelsey Burr's experience showing there in that long run, never panicking and not releasing the pass too early. So we stay at 1-0. Buckingham able to win it from Hinnis. Cook waiting for Mitchell to join. White with a good play along the sideline before Ambrosia Mitchell is able to recover. Rennie has picked their spots to make runs. Cook for Turner Wyatt, lays it in. Is it onside? McBride the shot. That's the save has to be made by Willits. Flag remained down. And Downtown United is able to keep it. Ducore. Jordan. Wide for McBride. Two Columbia teammates. McBride sends it across, and she was looking for Cook, who is not deep enough. Emily Cook is able to rescue it ahead of White. And finally, it's Jess Linsky the other way for SUSA. Stepped into by Mitchell. Jordan is on it. Kat Jordan then tries to play the ball through for Burr, and then the offside flag is up. We'll get a substitution. SUSA will bring back Madison Hinnis. And Madison will replace Megan White at left back. And White will likely come back in and play one of the winger spots. Been fun watching Megan White for the first time. Three-sport athlete at St. John the Baptist. Not a huge athletic department. Lacrosse, basketball, and soccer. All league selection, the Catholic League in basketball and lacrosse. But chose soccer and Bucknell. As Mitchell will spin it back for Rennie. And Ducore, rare, poor or missed first touch by Fatu. So here's Alex Rush up on it. So Hinnis has now moved into left back. Brianna DiTillo in at right back. Downtown looking for the second goal, which might bury this game. Mitchell leads ahead. That's intercepted by Abramson. Mitchell again, another good step. Now Jordan. Turner White will wait for Ducore to get with. And now show patience. Turns, delivers the ball looking for Burr. And Linsky has to send that out. Turner Wyatt, again with Ducore remaining well up the field. Now looked in the middle for Rodriguez. Burr plays the 1-2 out to Emily Cook. Cook shooting from distance. Good look there for Downtown with a substitution coming in. And here for the first time is Kylie Morgan, second year playing for Downtown. She is a student at Brown University, or going to be one. She's at a Bronx Science high school class of 2023, so she just had her graduation. At Bronx Science, she had an 11-goal senior year in the fall of 2021. And she has grown up with the Downtown United Soccer Academy and has filled in and appeared in games the last 2 years to fill out numbers. Downtown today, just 16 out of the 18 you're allowed to dress. SUSA with just 13 total. Ball ahead for Burr, and that was McBride steering it into her path. '62nd minute here, 1-0 Downtown United. Riggins and Turner Wyatt will beat her to it. SUSA has been held to just one corner. They had one decent restart late in the first half. And their best scoring chance off the foot of Emily Riggins, the St. John's staple, Big East All-Rookie team last year, took a loose ball off the feet of Blakely Buckingham and shot it, though, right at Badoon. This ball by Datillo, and Nicole Badoon will handle it cleanly. Nikki Badoon, multifaceted, multi-talented. When she was 12 years old, 12-year-old chef Nikki Badoon was on the season 2 of Top Chef Junior. And her meal that she made on television was judged by the special guest, Emeril Lagasse. And she was awarded the title of being Top Chef Junior and a $50,000 cash prize. I hope that her parents had invested that well several years ago. Nikki is a chef, started working in the kitchen at just 2 years old, so even before soccer. And now looking for the right ingredients to find a college home for the fall of 2024. And obviously terrific student attending Brooklyn Tech. Ball down the middle, Olivia Perez, and Perez just couldn't find the right turn in the connection. So it's Badoon with it. Jordan quickly, as she looked ahead for McBride. So Burr has moved into center forward, McBride wide on the right, and Rodriguez stays wide left. We'll get a sub coming in, Tessa Weiss, next opportunity. And the offside flag up against SUSA. SUSA lost to STA last Sunday, 1-0. A goal by North Carolina's Emerson Elgin in the 43rd minute, after SUSA had defeated Brooklyn City FC under coach Kim Wyant, a legend in this sport, the first ever U.S. women's national team goalie, Kim Wyant, who's now the men's head coach at NYU. And she is taking over Brooklyn City FC since their debut last year. Tessa Weiss will come in, and the sub as Megan White gets a brief breather. She'll replace Alex Rush for the first time. And Rodriguez exits for Downtown. Ducore. After the offsides, Datillo with the restart. Cook takes over. And what a nice pickup she is for the Fairfield Stags program. Jess Linsky, who's playing center mid, gets to battle against Emily Cook today, and I'm sure is going to rave to her teammates that don't know about Emily Cook yet. Jordan, and well read there by Datillo. Jordan, though, gets it back. Ducore at the edge of the 18. Fatu then shooting, and Willits the save. Fatu Ducore bidding for a goal here post-grad. Ducore had a goal last fall at St. Peter's. 2 career goals during her 5 years at St. Peter's. Now Haley Hinnis for Perez. And looking back for Haley Hinnis, but too many white shirts there. Not many 1-0 games in Downtown United's history, as there is a whistle on the foul that is committed by Kylie Morgan on Riggins. Well, these are chances here for SUSA that they have to take advantage of. You have a goalie going into her senior year of high school, perhaps some tired legs. You haven't got many chances, and here is one. 22 minutes in, second half. Delivery by Savella. Look to the back post, and she had a runner that was well marked. So she was looking for Alyssa Abramson, the other center back who was looking to come in. Unofficially 68th minute here. Emily Riggins on it again. And Riggins trying to slip through Perez, getting a toe on it, Turner Wyatt. Riggins to continue. And the play again broken up. SUSA is just not being able to get that next pass where they can settle the ball, cycle it, and work the back four into the offense. And Linsky, or check that rather, that's Tiffany Burnott, will commit the foul on Jordan. Alexandra Rush will return for SUSA, and she will replace Haley Hinnis. Mitchell. Ambrosia Mitchell able to get with. Mitchell then plays it across. Loose ball. Willits is able to come up onto it. Burr had a nice tap-in opportunity. Willits, who smothered the cross, she'll get a save on that ball on Burr. So the first time between the two SUSA keepers that there was some loose change in front. Caitlin Mahoney's hands were so good first half, as Riggins stepped into, and then Riggins commits the foul on Emily Cook. Jordan, the layoff for Weiss. Weiss to the end line, sprays it across, the tap in for Burr. Beautifully done from downtown. Well done, the cross by Tessa Weiss, and Burr has another, continuing her fantastic season. She's got a pair of goals in the weekend, 2-0 Downtown United. Weiss with a terrific pass, tight to the goal line, and all Burr had to do was have a clean touch. So the goal coming here the 70th minute, and Downtown United now with some assurance. SUSA has certainly made Downtown work today. And there's a nice seal inside. Weiss. Nice seal there by Kendall McBride. Turner Wyatt. Cook will spin it here. And then Turner Wyatt was trying to get on the same page and make eye contact with McBride. A goal in each half for Downtown. Trying to stay unbeaten as a club since joining the WPSL Metropolitan Division ahead of the 2021 summer. Went 9-0 that summer, as Savella will steal it back for Datillo. Bernat, and has White, who's now moved to right back. But Tukore was stepping in front of Rush. Jordan locating Cook. Burr chipped it forward. And Madison Hinnis will lay it back for Linsky. Downtown last year went 6-0-3, 2 regular season ties. Scoring 49 goals, allowing just 7. They lost in penalty kicks, 2-0 in PKs, a strange PK number, at SJEB in the WPSL East Region semifinals after the game was 1-1. Under then coach Paul O'Donnell, still helping out, of course, in the Downtown United Soccer Club as their technical director. Riggins. And Riggins looks for Perez. Olivia Perez will take it back. Riggins, the return for Perez, and her shot blocked to the feet of Rush. Sprays it out wide, Megan White. White now with numbers in the box for SUSA, and then no trail player coming. And here comes Turner Wyatt. Sub coming in, next opportunity for Downtown. And we'll see for the second straight day, Lelia McGow will come in. First time here today. She's going to be a high school senior at Notre Dame High School in the city, and also to the Downtown United Club. Here is Weiss shooting, and the shot blocked. So 2 defenders sitting there on her right foot. Hinnis finds Perez. And now Riggins. Riggins is stood up there by Mitchell. Madison Hinnis able to get further. Now looks for a switch, and a lonely Megan White here is waiting. White service in, it was deflected, and Turner Wyatt again showing a terrific first touch to handle that ball. McBride to check back. '75th minute here at Randall's Island, Field 10. Ralph Bednarczyk on hand on Coach's Corner NYC on YouTube. Happy to have you with us here. Happy Father's Day to all of you watching. Your relatives or your daughters here today. So Lilia McGow has come in, and Kendall McBride will sit. McGow. And we'll get a whistle and a foul on Tiffany Burnott. SUSA will make a substitution as Haley Hinnis will come in. And Gianna Savella. And Gianna Savella, certainly not a good-looking hand injury that she had suffered. This is a cross sent in by Mitchell. So SUSA may be down to no more subs the rest of this 15-plus minutes. And only starting goalie today, Caitlin Mahoney, sits next to Anthony Hargreaves. Now, of course, college coaches, the last thing you want to see is one of your goalies play a field game, or as a field player, they're always worried about their players getting hurt anyway in these games. And that's certainly what has changed just in the last 5 years, as here is McGow, and Abramson will clean that up. Nice touch there by Madison Hinnis. How the high Division I coaches, SEC, ACC programs, Pac-12s, etc., have asked their players to come in earlier and earlier in July. It used to be where you get your 3 weeks of preseason. Your reporting date would usually be around like that Monday, August 3rd, whatever that might be. And now players are being asked to come in for conditioning, and then they'll take a course, a summer course in the month of July, or a 2-week course, and that will alleviate their academic pressures on them in the fall, where instead of taking 5 courses, you might take 4, because the 5th one you've taken in the summer. And it allows the coaches to have their players under their umbrella even more so. So that's one thing that's really changed, where the month of July that used to belong to the summer coaches, WPSL, has now been tilted and belonging to the college coaches, who continue to expand their influence even in the offseason. Weiss. And Tessa Weiss continues to find a seam. Weiss across, McGow, one more, here's Burr, and it's offside. Nice unselfish play made by the high school senior Lilia McGow. McGow could have forced a shot there, and it was offside, not by much. The whistle blown, and Burr was looking for her second. But in any event, what that has done is it has drastically affected the WPSL playoffs, where the teams that look good in June, they have their rosters pared down and stripped away, particularly the high-level players, basically around July 1st. And who fills in those cases? Well, those at times can be the local high school seniors that get a chance to roster. Here is Riggins from rush, back across, and sliding over is Mitchell to get in front of Haley Hinnis. And as I speak, Caitlin Mahoney is going to put on a jersey, and she will be a field player option with Michaela Willits in goal, and the injured hand to Gianna Savella. And Savella, a tough player from Massapequa, 18 games played, 1 start her freshman year at Syracuse. And she was a first-team All-Long Island midfielder. 23 goals, 13 assists for Gianna in 2021. Her older brother, Michael Savella, also played soccer at Massapequa, was a Hofstra signee. McGow. Burr able to attack against Abertson. Burr will leave her for Cook. Cook will settle it. Then Cook plays it back across, looking for the chip inside. That was McGow. Or check that rather. That was 16 and Kylie Morgan. Ball will find Weiss. Weiss and the shot blocked. Sturdy defending there by Burnott. And now Haley Hinnis. Perez waits for Rush to join the play. Rush, a good ball delivered to Haley Hinnis in stride. Hinnis will cut it back. SUSA looking for the next goal. Riggins tried to drop it or backheel it off for Perez. Then Perez shot blocked. Hinnis looked for a volley. It'll bounce back here out wide for Madison Hinnis. And SUSA, after a good counter, they will make a substitution. Well, what do you know it? Back in comes Gianna Savella. Who would have known? Savella has her right hand heavily taped up. She doesn't even give a right hand low 5 to Olivia Perez. She does it with her left because of that right hand being taped up. So Savella is in the 81st minute. Emily Cook will sit for the first time for Downtown. McGow. Burr will return it to the high schooler. So as Cook exits, Ambrosia Mitchell has come in centrally, and Hillary Cornett has come in. Hillary's going to be a sophomore at Gettysburg, coming up in the fall with her twin sister Catherine, who also plays for the Downtown club as a backup goalie. The Cornetts are from Brooklyn and have come through the Downtown United Academy in their youth. Weiss. And Weiss made a good turn on Megan White. '82nd minute. 2-0 Downtown United. Looking to continue their shutout streak to open up this WPSL season and move to 3-0. They'll have a game Tuesday against the New York Dutch Lions, then on Wednesday against Brooklyn City. So it is an unusual 4-game in 5-day stretch for a WPSL program, which I'm sure if they look back in history has never happened before. But the air quality issue that we experienced in the New York area forced 2 games to be canceled last week. Fortunately, all the teams are close by. Talking to J.R. Balzerini, that's the best part, he says, for SUSA, is that our players will get a chance to play high-quality competition and not have to travel too far amidst their off seasons. And their college coaches very happy because of that. And I'm sure their parents are too. McGow. Turner White for Rennie. So Turner White has moved to center back with Rennie. And there's a nice takeaway. Jordan stepping into the path of the pass intended for Riggins. Terrific play by Kat Jordan. Just as SUSA started to connect passes in an attacking mindset. And also in here is Samantha Villavicencio. She just graduated Lynbrook High School in Nassau County. And downtown continues to play keep away, and now you wonder what are the legs like of the SUSA players. White was looking for a Savella run. '85th minute, 2-0 downtown. Goals in the 45th minute, Mackenzie Rodriguez. Emily Cook played her in beautifully just seconds before the halftime whistle. And then in the 70th minute, Tessa Weiss, playing in her first weekend with downtown, got to the end line and played back a ball, a sharp ball back across the goal mouth, nearly parallel to the goal, and got it to Kelsey Burr. Burr would finish, and that's where we stand, 2-0 here in the 86th minute. Best scoring chance came for SUSA about 5 minutes in, second half, on a loose ball that Emily Riggins was able to just pick off the back four of a downtown back four player in Blakely Buckingham. And she found the ball just outside the penalty spot and sent a rocket that Nicole Badoon was able to make the save on. 3 subs here for downtown, as Mackenzie Rodriguez will return, Blakely Buckingham as well. That'll be all for Kelsey Burr. Lilia McGow with a big smile on her face after she got a chance to play a good 15 minutes. Villavicencio. Riggins lays it ahead, with Savella chasing. A lot of credit to Gianna Savella. Most players would just, with 10 minutes left, with a hand injury, say that is all in a summer league game. And Savella, particularly with a 2-0 score against, and Savella wanting to go in. Jordan. Kat Jordan, meanwhile, has looked terrific again for downtown as their center mid. Made 5 starts last fall, 13 games played at Columbia, a goal and 2 assists. After no games played in 2021 and, of course, no 2020 season. So a long layoff from competition, and this is a summer that is lining up to be a real launching point for her fall of 2023 with the Lions. Riggins made the connection with Haley Hinnis. Hinnis with Savella, and then running right into Turner Wyatt. Rodriguez. And you could sense some tired legs there as well from SUSA. Downtown just looking to secure the shutout. They had 5 shutouts last year. This would be their 3rd. They had 4 shutouts in their 9-0 season in 2021. Allowed 7 goals that year. So 3 for 3 in terms of shutouts would be something. It's played back to Badoon. Badoon nearly turns it over. Here is Rush deep. Rush took a little love tap from Turner Wyatt, and then the ball cleared out. Well, the big adjustment for younger players like Nicole Badoon, the pace of the game and distributing to your defenders just when you think they might be open at the high school level and in club ball, the windows get closed ultra quick at this level. Unofficially 90th minute here. And that is all. There's the final whistle. Downtown United improves to 3-0 in this season, and they sweep their tough back-to-back weekend. They pick up a pair of shutouts, 7-0 yesterday, the New Jersey Wizards. Today, 2-0 over a quality SUSA FC organization. Downtown United that remains undefeated in their 2+ years as an organization at the WPSL level. They're now 18-0-3. Aaron McKinney started it. High schooler Nicole Badoon ended it, making a key save early second half. Mackenzie Rodriguez with their third goal of the season today as the game winner came in the 45th minute. Then in the 70th minute, Kelsey Burr also able to deliver the insurance goal on a terrific feed from Tessa Weiss, a poly prep girl who is making her debut for downtown this weekend. 2-0 is their final. Be sure to join us coming up on Tuesday night as downtown will play host right here to the New York Dutch Lions. That game will be coming up your way at 7 p.m. right here on Coach's Corner NYC. And then on Wednesday night, 7 p.m., they'll host Brooklyn City FC to close out a difficult stretch of 4 games in 5 days. For all of us from Coach's Corner NYC, for Neri Amaducci, a pleasure. My name is Ralph Benarchik, saying so long and goodbye. You've been watching Downtown United WPSL Soccer in the WPSL Metropolitan Division. We say so long, goodbye, and have a happy Father's Day.